delicious, invigorating.
James, I want to jump right back into it. For those of everybody that was watching, we were just talking about, we're getting ready to talk about your Table Rock win. We're going to walk through that. But before, you were saying Freddie stayed at the house. He predicted your win. He predicted this one, the PAA, then this one. But you have a lucky house. Your house on the lake's lucky.
I do. I'm telling you, it's kind of a central stop if you're in the Ozark region. Kind of like your boat yard here.
Yeah.
My house is a boat yard at
stop.
times.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So guys stop. They drop their rigs off. They catch a flight out of Springfield or whatever. Or they stay on their route. So Ish stayed at my house, left, went to Okeechobee, won.
Won the Elite on Okeechobee. Yeah.
Scanlon stays at my house, wins the Table Rock Open a few years ago. Brandon stayed at my house, drives from my house, wins Bull Shoals. I win 2 events at my house. So my house is kind of lucky.
The house has got
it's got a good
aura.
mojo. That's right.
The good juju going on.
Yeah.
What is it about the house
I don't know.
does that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just it's just good ghosts.
Yeah. So let's get back. So Table Rock, dude, I'm watching. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, dude, James has got this. Like he's died. Like I kind of knew from day one. You weighed a good bag day one, and I'm like, I could see it in your eye. You were confident.
Yeah, I was in third.
You were confident, but it's funny at that point. You didn't get into what you were doing yet. Like, I don't think I knew until the third day exactly how you were catching them.
Yeah.
But I saw something like, God, he's like dialed. Like, he's got this thing wired.
Tournament time rolls around. I pick it up. I saw Scanlon that first morning at 10:30. I had 1 3-pounder in live well, and he's got 4. I see him at 10:30, and I am pissed. I said, how you doing, Casey? Just got 4. 1 good one, 3 other keepers. And I'm mad, and I'm let out some profanities. I said, fired up my big motor, told him I only had 1. Got down the bank, pulled the Willie P out. The wind's starting to blow a little bit. About the 4th cast, 3-pounder. Swung him in the boat. Had another 3-pounder with him. I said, all right, we got this figured out. I go another hour and don't catch another one. Pick up a wiggle wart, of all things. Catch a nice brown one. I thought, all right, I'll call you later. Long story short, I caught him on the whopper plopper that day.
Yeah.
Next day, wind doesn't blow hardly at all. And I scratched up a few fish on it and 1 decent fish early that morning. I very rarely can get a bite before 10:30 or 11 o'clock. And about 9:30 the second morning, it's pretty slick water. I throw the whopper plopper up there, and I'm reeling along, and I catch a 412.
Ooh.
I was like, all right, there's my kicker. That's my kicker for the day.
Fish.
And later that day I scrapped, I think I had 4 more keepers later that day, but I had 15 pounds. And then the third day at 11:30, I got 6 pounds in the live well. I'm about to put a gun in my mouth. I'm like, I'm going to blow this. And Shea Baker's following us, camera guys, he's with a local guy. They follow me all day long. And I tell my co-angler, I said, man, if we don't catch one of these mother on this next little stretch right here, because I could have them they come up and they wouldn't eat it.
Right.
I had a big brown bass blow it out of the water. I had a big largemouth follow me in. 3 different occasions I had fish either hit or follow my bait in, but wouldn't commit. And I was getting to the point, it's like, I got to call an audible.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to lose. About as I was calling an audible, I throw my whopper plopper up there, and I'm reeling along. 3.5-pounder mounts it. He's on the very point, main lake. I said, this is what these mugs want. So I just jumped on, took my clue, and I jumped on the main lake stuff. Started hitting every main lake point and stretch that I could. Be 1 here, 1 there. And finally, at the end of the day, I hadn't retreaded much water. I told Shay, I said, guys, follow me right across here. I caught a 412 yesterday. I said, we're going down that stretch again. Got in there. I made the exact same cast that I caught that 412 in with 15 minutes left to fish, and caught one and culled up to 16 pounds for the final day. And I held that fish up after I unhooked him, and I screamed out, I said, I'm going to the Bassmaster Classic. So the Branson Bell is at Table Rock, right there by State Park.
Yeah.
So I had like a few minutes to spare. Right when I'm coming in, I'm fired up, and there's a trail up there, and there's these old people riding bicycles down this, State Park trail and everything, and I'm making a few casts, and I'm out there and I'm going, hey, hey. And they stop on their bikes and they look at me and I scream, I'm going to the Bassmaster Classic. They looked
they know
at me
what
all.
you're talking about?
No,
No.
not a clue. They got on their bikes and started pedaling faster.
What about the Classic?
Oh, dude, what a career enhancer. Between Major League Fishing and the Classic this year, put my name on the board.
How was the experience though? The
It was-
Classic experience.
You know what? I fished. I'm a FLW guy through and through, but the bass folks there, they treated me really well. Got a lot of good PR. It was a hell of an experience. And a lot of people was like, oh, his first Classic, he'll be nervous. No, I've done. Nervous is when you got somebody shooting live rounds at you, or you're training somebody that could kill you. And
Right.
I was so comfortable because I knew I can run that lake, every square inch of that lake from top to bottom. That's so ultra comfortable that it was just another buddy tournament to me.
Yeah.
I mean, and I fished so loose, and that it was exciting. All my family was there. I got them all green shirts. They all sat together. I spotted them in the crowd. My fiance was there. Her boy, which is my boy, he got to experience all this, and I had a lot of people that followed me from Major League Fishing would stop me. I couldn't go anywhere without, you know what it's like.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew what it was like until then, and then I got bum rushed constantly. Between the spring fishing, Bass Pro Spring Fishing Fair stuff this year and the Classic, is like, dang, I didn't know people even knew who the hell I was. So
Yeah.
Classic's such a cool.
Yeah,
event,
it
man. It never
it's
gets
big.
old.
Yeah.
You get so much exposure. It changes everything.
It does.
in your fishing career.
It does.
Especially if you can win it. Or even top 10 at top 5. I can't imagine what that's like.
You bet. And
As far as a change.
Yeah.
I fished, been to the Forest Wood Cup twice, TTBC 3 times, and all great tournaments, all great ran tournaments, but exposure-wise,
Yeah.
the Classic was the
Yeah.
cat's pajamas.
Yeah. Special thank you to our in-studio guest, Mr. James Watson. Good night.
Hot, hearty, delicious, invigorating.